Okay. Good morning, all of you. So, as you know, in last class we studied what is potential energy and as well as types of potential energy. So, let us just revise fastly. So, we have taken first potential energy definition. If you have you will understand. If it comes to the kinetic energy, we will say by virtue of its motion or position. Everybody, kinetic energy possessed by a body due to its what?
Emotions.
Motion. But if it comes to the potential energy, so potential energy we are having a two types. One is elastic potential energy, and the second one is what? Gravitational potential energy. So this both we used to call it as a potential energy only. So now if you notice it in elastic potential energy, something is changing. Can you tell me what is that? Anybody? All of you? Shape or Shape or size. This is the one word we can use for this one. That is only we used to say configuration. So shape or size will change. That is what elastic potential energy and GP, gravitational potential energy. What is changing with actually?
Position.
So this together is only we used to call as potential energy. So the potential energy means the energy possessed by a body. Definition very very important. The energy possessed by a body by virtue of its position, by virtue of its motion means what energy? By virtue of its motion means kinetic energy. By virtue of its position, virtue of its position. This is very, very important. By virtue of its position or configuration. So, what do you mean by configuration? It is there already. Configuration means what? Elastic potential energy. That is what will change. Everyone, shape or size is called potential energy. So that is what the general definition of potential energy. And these potential energy we will say in two types. One is elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy. And the second one is gravitational potential energy. So for this gravitational potential energy only, we basically will call it as what? This GPE, gravitational potential energy only we will known as potential energy. And potential energy, we know that we derive the derivation which is above from some height. So if you have taken any kind of object which is present above from the ground, then what is the potential energy formula? Everybody, suppose the object is here having a mass m and height above from the ground is h. Then what is the potential energy formula, guys? Everybody. So work done by the body which is equals to energy possessed by the body which is equals to what? Force into displacement. So as we are working against to gravity, S is equals to H and F is equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity. So the potential energy of a body which is present at some height, so if you have taken which is equals to what will come everybody? mgh. Understand? Mitakshri, Harish, all of you. So this is what potential energy of a body. So are working against to gravity, both the same formula. That is what mass of the body into acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity and same way into height of the body from the ground. Height of the body from the ground means position. So that is what is matters. So all are what directly proportional to each other. Potential energy directly proportional to mass. Next, tell me. Potential energy directly proportional to height. As we know, G is always constant. So, what is the G value for Earth? Everybody? G value of Earth, I want it. 9.8 meter per second square. Understand that? Please respond. G value of Earth is 9.8 meter per second square and H. So PE, potential energy directly proportional to height. So now I will take a two-store building. So observe very carefully, both I will try to prove. Now here one boy is standing and here another boy is standing. Now first, this boy has thrown 10 kg load and this boy has thrown 100 kg load. Now tell me, in which load the object, sorry, in which object will go deeper inside the earth? Means will make more, like we can say, whole madri. It will make in once it will hit the earth, it will go deeper inside the earth. Yes or no, Harish? It will make some kind of a bounce current, hitting bounce. So, in which one will hit the ground very forcefully? Let me take some people are standing here. So now, in which case it will be injured more, 10 kg or 100 kg? Yes, please. All of you.
100 kg, sir.
Now forget about it. Now let me take this boy also here only. First we will talk about mass. So later we will talk about height. So now first two persons are standing in the same first floor. Now first one person throw the 10 kg and the second person has thrown 100 kg. Now from the same height. So if you notice it, H is equals to same. Okay. Now tell me in which case this person will injure more, 10 kg or 100 kg? Everybody? 10 kg or 100 kg? 100 kg. Because if mass is increases, then who will increase? Potential energy. Energy possessed by the body is also increases. So this person will injure very badly when he will be hit with the 100 kg from the same first floor. Now the two different persons are standing. One person is from first floor, another is from second floor. Both are throwing the same mass. This boy is also throwing the 10 kg mass, and this boy is also throwing the same 10 kg mass. Now tell me in which case it will hurt more. Everybody? Arun? Suppose I am standing here. So now in which case it will be hurting more? 10 kg or same 10 kg. So let me take this height is H1 and this height is H2. Now tell me in which case it will hurt more? Everybody?
H2, sir.
H2, sir.
Because H2 is greater than H1. So if height from the position of the ground, understanding from the ground, if the height of the body is keep on increases, then the potential energy also increases. That is the meaning of potential energy is directly proportional to mass and potential energy directly proportional to height or elevation from the ground. That is what you have to remember. Is it okay? Omar, Akilan, Harijaraj, that is what you have to remember. Call to Johan and Harani, everybody. That is you have to understand. Understand, Mr. Kaushik? Clear? So, what is the potential energy formula? Potential energy formula, everybody. mgh, mass of the body into acceleration due to gravity into height of the body from the ground. So, what is the kinetic energy formula? I want response. Kinetic energy formula. Kinetic energy equals to
Half m square, sir.
Half MV square, sir.
Half m square.
that is what kinetic energy formula. So if you want to find the change in kinetic energy, what is the formula? Anybody? Change in kinetic energy. That is what we will say. What is the theorem? Work energy theorem. Change in kinetic energy. Formula, please. All of you.
Half m square minus half
mv
m
square minus half mu square.
U square. Okay. Now I will modify this in somehow. Observe very carefully. Something is common. Can I take it out, Hari? What is that common? Half into M.
half m
I can write V square minus U square. This is also called as work energy theorem. Okay, Mitakshri, Abhirami, that is what you can remember it. Now, let us comes to the same way, change in potential energy, if you have noticed it. So observe very carefully. So change in potential energy, how to find it? Same way. Change in potential energy, they'll ask you. So let me take again two buildings. So sorry, one building which is having a two different floors. So let me take this height is H1. All of you are understanding? Please not understand, ask me. Don't be silent. You have to communicate. So this one, let me take H1. Now, this height is H2. So now if you all observe very carefully, all of you. So now, what is the change in potential energy of the same object? So same object is falling from here, same object is falling from here. So if you notice it, so change in potential energy is equals to formula final potential energy minus initial potential energy. Is it okay, everybody? So final potential energy means formula will come F into G because mass of the body remains constant or not? Harish, Umar, Tanishkar, understanding? Same body is falling.
Sir.
Mass of the body is constant, acceleration is also constant. Who is only changing? Everybody? Height.
Height, sir.
So H2, mg H2 minus initial position, initial kinetic energy, initial position, mg H1. So here also something is constant. Who is that? Anybody? M and
M.
understanding. So change in potential energy is equals to mass of the body into acceleration due to gravity into H2 minus H1. So that is what, if you are done, you will get the change in potential energy. Is it okay, everybody? Please respond. All of you, write it. So, kinetic energy and potential energy formulas. Are you clear now? Totally, everybody? Any doubt? You can ask. Mr. Kaushik, no response. Arun, understand, Arun? Okay. So, please write.
Yes, sir.
Change in potential energy is equals to final potential energy minus initial potential energy. So first of all, you should understand potential energy formula. Mass into acceleration due to gravity into height from the ground. That is what? It is the formula for potential energy. Now we are studying change in potential energy. Okay. So please make it everybody clear. All of you completed? Aswin, understand Aswin? Noor? What happened, Aswin? Clear? Now, let us take now what we are going to study is the most important one. So please, all of you observe very carefully. Anybody is having anything doubt, immediately you can ask. Now, observe one statement I will say you. Put the statement and write, all of you. Right. Potential energy depends only on initial position and final position. Potential energy depends on only initial position and final position. Potential energy depends on only initial position and final position, not the path followed by the body. Not the path followed by the body. Understand what is the statement I have given? Everybody? All of you? At least say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
The potential energy depends only initial and final position of the body, not path followed by the body. Okay. Now let us take. I started moving from the ground. So let me take, of course, even ground also I will draw. So this is what my ground. All of you observe very carefully. Now ground at ground. What is the potential energy? Everybody here at ground. What is the potential energy? All of you.
Zero, sir.
Lying on the ground. At the ground, potential energy is equals to what? I want the response. Potential energy equals to 0.
Zero.
Understanding? Because height is equals to what? H is equals to
Zero.
0. So that potential energy is equals to 0. Now, what is the statement I told you now? All of you answer. Yes, please. All of you answer. Just I have given you one statement now. What is the statement it is? I want to know. Nobody? Just now I have given one statement, correct guys? Read the statement again. That is what I am asking. Harish?
Sir, potential energy depends on only initial position and the final position of the body,
Final
sir.
position of the
Not
body.
the path.
Now, yes. So let me take now the body is here and it has been raised, and finally it has been reaches to this position. Okay. So this is the final position. Now let me take this mass is here. Okay. Now, if you have noticed it, body initially the body is here, and now finally the body is reaches to here. So what is the path followed by it? Anyone? What is the path followed by it? I want the response. So if you have taken the path followed by it has been climbing. You can see. So it is rising like this. Yes or no? And it is going like this. And it is going like this. Okay, and it is going like this. So this is the path followed by the body. So now you tell me, is it potential energy only depends on height of to initial and final position, or it is depends on the path followed by it? All of you, it will be depends on what? Only initial position and
Final position.
initial position and final position. That is alone you have to remember. Now, if you have taken this is what the initial position from the ground. Is it yes or no, guys? Respond. All of you. Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, Mr. Noor. So this is the initial position of the body. So now let me take that is the initial point. And what is the final position of the body? Everybody, what is the final position of the body? Only at here. This is the final position of the body. So I will consider only these 2 points. Initial point is here. Initial point is here. And this is the final point. So let me take that height is h. Do you understand, everybody? Harizeras, Mithakshri, Arun. So
Yes,
body
sir.
never depends on the path followed by the object. Only it will depends on initial position and as well as final position. So we are not supposed to consider what is the total length of the body which is followed to reach the position. Only we will consider initial and final position. That is why we will say potential difference is independent of path. Do you understand, all of you? Please respond. Hariseras, independent of path, and it will depends on what? Mr. Akilan? It depends on only what? Everybody. Initial and final position of the object. That is what you have to remember it. Is it okay, everybody? Clear? Akilan? Mithakshri?
Yes, sir.
Anything doubt? Please ask me. So it will never depends on path followed by it. It's only depends on the initial position and final position. So if you consider at the ground, what is the potential energy, everybody? At the ground. At the ground, what is the potential energy? Everybody.
Zero, sir.
0, because height is equals to 0. Understanding, Omar? Now, observe very carefully. If the body reaches to point B, is it above some elevation from the ground or not? I want the response from you all. Yes or no? All of you? Yes, please. Yes.
sir.
See, when the object is moving horizontally, no displacement, like no height, it is going above. But if it is going from A to B, check it, everybody. A to B, the some height is increasing. Yes or no, everyone? I want response from you all. Let me take that height is h1. Now, again from B to C, is there any change in height? I want to know. Is there any change in height? No. So, but C to D, what is that? Again, change in height. So, let me take that height is h2. So, till here, can you tell me what is the work done from A to B? I want the work done. Work done is equals to, all of you know, and please respond. Work done between A to B. I want to know. Everybody, let me see who will say. Work done W is equals to energy possessed by the body, which is equals to what? Harish? Harish Eras? Omar? Which is equals to what? You have to respond. Let me take this is W1. What is the answer? All of you.
MGH1, sir.
MGH1. Very good. Next. Work done from C to D. C to D. Let me take W2. W2 is equals to, yes, please respond. P2, which is equals to what? All of you.
MGH2.
H2. Now, work done, work done from A to D. What is that, Harish? Only initial position and final position. All of you others also should say, try to open your mouth. Kaushik, you don't attend the meeting. I'm very happy. Leave it. You're not responding. What is the use? How many days I should scold you? Mr. Nimish, tell me, what is the total potential energy? What is the total work done now? From A to D. A to D, work done is equals to, what is happened? All of you. MG. What is the total height from A to D? Check it.
H, sir.
H. That is what you have to remember. So MGH. So now, if you observe very carefully, the work done from A to D, which is equals to from A to B plus C to D. Is it right or wrong? All of you? Work done from A to D is equals to work done from A to B plus work done from C to D. Is it right or wrong? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I will say MGH is equals to, here what will come? Everybody, MG H1 plus here MG H2. So who is the common in this? Harish Deras? Akilan? MG is the common. So if you have taken H1 plus H2, which is equals to MGH. So from this, can I say H1 plus H2 is equals to what? Everybody. So this H1 plus H2, which is equals to what?
H, sir.
H. That is what you have to remember. So if you have done H1 plus H2, the total height is equals to H. So that is what you will get. MGH is equals to, here also MGH. So that is what you have to remember, all of it. So this is what I want to say. So now work done in displacing it from only B to C. Again, all of you should remember here, the angle between the force and displacement must be 90 degrees. So if you'll observe here, what is the angle here, everybody? What is the angle here? I want
90 degree.
90 degrees. And here, what is the angle here? All of you.
90 degree.
90 degrees. So then only it will possess the energy. Understand? Understand, Harish? Harish Eras, Omar? Okay? When all of you remember, force and displacement is 90 degrees, then only body will possess potential energy. All of you need to remember that. Okay? So write it. Work done in displacing the body. Work is done displacing body. Work is done in displacing body from A to B and Next, what will happen? C to D. C to D, which is equal to total work done. Total work done. Total work done from A to D. So that is what you have to remember. So as we all knows that from B to C, why the work done is 0? Can you tell me anybody? From B to C and as well as B to C, why the work done is 0? Mr. Harish?
Sir, there is no height, sir.
That is why it is the reason here. Both are acting what direction? No work.
Parallel to the plane, sir.
What is the angle between them? Displacement and force. Mitakshri?
90 degrees, sir.
90 degrees. That is what reason no work is done. Because from B to C, the force and displacement, what is the angle? Everybody? 90 degrees. Understand? Suppose if this point is increasing like this, then between, suppose let me take this point is D, then also D to E also no work done. Why? Everybody? What is the reason? Because force and displacement, what is the angle between them? All of you? 90 degrees. Okay. So let me take that point. A, B, C, D, E, and F. So now where at what points work done is 0? Mr. Omar, let me see who will say. Everybody, work done is 0 from where to where? B to C, D to E. Okay, of course, here if it will come any other point, E, F, G. So now here also it will work done. So what are the places work done is 0? All of you open your mouth and tell me. What are the places work done is 0? Everybody.
So B to C,
To C, D to
Work
E, and
done is
F to G.
0. Understanding from B to C. Next one. D to E. Okay. Next one. F to G. So these are the places work done is 0. So what is the reason? Right. No work is done. No work is done in displacing it from B to C because angle between force and see, this is indicating between, please remember, angle between force and displacement how much, guys? Tanishka, displacement is how much, Ra? 90 degrees. So that is why work done is 0. Okay, all of you clear? Umar, Nimish, Aswin, so please note down that. Very, very important one it is. Okay, so wherever it is going against gravity, only work done is existed. If not, work done is 0. That is what you can remember. Is it okay, guys? Anything not asked? Abraham, understand, Abraham?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so observe the work done on potential energy does not depend on the path followed by the body, but it depends only on the initial and final position. So that is what you have to remember finally. Okay. So all of you always remember potential difference is independent of path and it's only depends on what positions. Initial position and final position of the body. That is what you have to remember. So anybody is having anything down, you can ask. Or else, now we will go to this is what about the potential energy. Now we are going to discuss some examples where potential energy plus kinetic energy both possessed by the body. So first definition I want to say you that have you heard about a mechanical energy? Yes, please respond, all of you. Mechanical energy, I have taught you or not? So mechanical energy means, remember, Basically, the mechanical energy will represent with the U. U. So mechanical energy means a sum of the potential energy plus kinetic energy is only known as mechanical energy. Sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Potential energy is known as mechanical energy. So now I want the example from your side. Mechanical energy example means a body should at a time possess kinetic energy as well as potential energy. Both energies need to possess it by the body. So now I want example from you people. So can you give the example? So we can say what are the examples of a mechanical energy or both potential and kinetic energy possessed by the body? Please respond.
Say a bird flying on the sky.
Yes, very good.
Sir, ceiling man.
Very good. Next, any other? Omar, no response. Akilan, Arun, no examples. Suppose the aeroplane is flying, helicopter is flying. That is all examples of what? Both potential energy as well as mechanical energy. So you can take any kind of object which is flying above from the ground, and also it must be in a motion. It must be in above from ground, and it has motion. Then we will say it is what energy? Mechanical energy. So if you have taken our ceiling fan, we all knows that when the fan is off, what energy it is possessing, Mr. Hariseras? Only fan is off. What energy it is possessing? Off position. Yes, anybody? Switch is off. Then what energy it will possess? Everybody. It is in state of rest, but it is above from the ground. What energy, Mitakshri? Abrami? Yes, please. The fan is in off now. So what energy it is possessing? That is what my question. Everybody.
Potential energy, sir.
It is only possess potential energy. Do you understand, everyone? So if I have taken the off fan, the switch is off, then there is no motion in the fan. Then it will only possess, as it is above from the ground, it will only possess potential energy. But when I on the switch, the fan will start rotating. Okay. So in this situation, as it is above from the ground, as well as it is in motion, it will possess both potential energy as well as kinetic energy, which is only called as, what is to call, everybody? Mechanical energy. So that is why we won't say a fan is possessing the both energies. We must say which fan, which is in rest or which is in motion. Everybody? Motion. Moving ceiling fan. All of you remember. Moving ceiling fan possesses mechanical energy. Are you clear? No response. We will never respond. Why we should? For mechanical energy. Understanding? Means it is possessing both kinetic energy as well as potential energy. Now, a bird is sitting on the tree. Let me take, this is a top iron pole or something. Now, here is the bird is sitting. Now, in which case it is exerting? Now, what is the case it is exerting? Now, which energy it is exerting? I want the response from you all. It is sitting on the top on electric pole or somewhere. What energy it is possessing now?
Potential energy.
Potential
Only
energy.
potential energy. Understanding? A bird is sitting on the tree or above from the ground. It will possess only potential energy. But when it is started flying, understanding? So when it is started flying, so that which energy it will possess? All of you. Yes, please. It will possess what energy? It is flying above from the ground at certain level. So it will possess flying bird will possess what? Bird is flying. Understanding? Bird flying. Then it will possess both potential energy as well as kinetic
Kinetic.
energy. Means it will possess what energy? Mechanical energy. That is what it is. You have to remember. So like that flying aeroplane you take or helicopter, whatever it is you have taken. So you all knows. Okay. So flying aeroplane. So what it will be having? So it will possess all the things, hot air balloon or whatever it is you have taken means. So definitely it will be having what? You can see. So it is flying above from the ground means, so it is having both potential energy as well as which energy, guys? It will be having kinetic energy. So means it is possessing what energy? Everybody? Mechanical energy. Okay? That is what you have to remember. Now, Harish is asking, sir, car running in a bridge, man can climbing a mountain. Yes, we can take that also. Suppose a man climbing a mountain. Man climbing a mountain. So if you have taken, so mountains will be like this. So now a person is standing here, now person is standing here, moving. You can see. So when we are keep on going above from the ground, so at every point, initial and final points only matters for which energy? Everybody? Initial and final points for which energy? Initial position and final position.
Potential.
Potential energy. Understanding? And he is keep on in a moving. So that which energy he will possess? Kinetic energy. So kinetic energy plus potential energy will be having mechanical energy. Means a man climbing a mountain. Okay, is also example of mechanical. As I said, a car is moving above the ground. Suppose now if this is the ground, my car is moving. So it is possessing what energy, guys? Only mechanical energy, kinetic energy or potential energy?
Both.
Both. When I am observe very carefully, not the both. When I am not releasing the brake, you can see before going to start, we people will accelerate the accelerator by holding the brake. Yes or no? We'll raise the car. Do you all understanding, everybody?